I'm Tony DeAngelo. You're watching Nasty Knuckles.
You're listening to Nasty Knuckles, the Hockey Outlaws podcast, with your hosts, Derek Nasty Settlemyre and former Philadelphia Flyer enforcer Riley Cote, as they go behind the scenes with your favorite NHL players. Time to face off.
All right, welcome back. What's happening, Nasty?
What's up, Rigorelia? What do you got in your hands there, buddy?
Oh, this whole thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, the old Tovey Entourage.
The newest.
The newest model. And had a couple snipes with it the other night. A couple apples.
Broke a camera?
Broke a camera, yeah, with shooting with baller the other day. Yeah, blasting some slappers. And I think it might have been a little snapper that actually broke
Everybody loves
the
snapper.
lens. But, yeah, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
But this is it. You know, this is the official...
That is the real deal.
The real
that we
deal.
have been talking about. In all honesty, this thing's amazing. This week's guest put it in his hand yesterday and was like, "Whoa! I wish we would have had a righty here."
I know,
but,
right?
Tony DeAngelo was feeling it, and he was talking about the balance, like we've talked about, and just how light this is. The lightest stick made.
Yeah, 100%.
And,
this is the real deal, Nast. I know we talk a lot about the Tovey, and people probably think we're blowing smoke. Tovey's on the cusp of breaking through the NHL, getting into a couple NHL guys' hands, working from the youth hockey level up, and eventually finding its way. But legitimately, I love it, man. I thought I loved the other one, the original model, until I got this bad boy, even lighter, more balanced, and then they have these little, whatever you want to call them, like little dimples,
little dimpsies,
little dimples for feel, for puck control, and
I'm
it's
not
the real
real
deal.
happy that you have one and I don't yet, but we're going to work on that today. Coming at you, Tovey, Richard,
you got a little more pull there, Nast.
I know I do. I definitely do.
But,
well, they've seen me shoot a puck, but that has helped me. And even, a couple people have said that to me, but the puck just flies off this blade. I mean, it really does. No joke.
It does. And the other night I actually wanted to smash it over a goalie's head that was getting in my face and chirping me all game, but... I held my composure,
You're a lover
Nast,
now. You're a lover.
Held the composure, relaxed, scored a couple, was making plays, landed up winning the game. So,
no big deal.
You know how it goes. But Tony DeAngelo, the newest member of the Philadelphia Flyers, was in studio yesterday, and happy to connect with him. What an awesome guy, man. He's going to bring some fire to the Flyers, no question.
Man, what was great was he got here a little early. We were shooting the shit, and I'm like, man, maybe we should save this, but talked to him at an awesome interview with him, and he stuck around almost an hour, just you feel like it's like, we were talking to someone today, Johnny Stevens, who's coaching out in Vegas, and he was just like, when they're down there skating with his kids and the other guys, he's like, he just gets the room going right away, and you felt that here just with the couple hours we were with him, and that's going to be huge for their locker room. A guy like him, and he's buddies with Hazy, who's great in the locker room, and I just think, just got to wait and see what happens here, because I think he's going to have a really big impact on the team and in a positive way. Yeah,
no doubt. I agree. And just to your point, when he walked in here, I felt like I knew the guy for 10 years, broing it up, saying hi to all of us, sitting down early.
Yep.
Good energy, obviously a Philly guy.
Yeah.
Really sensed the Philly in him, and, the passion in him. Obviously known as an emotional guy, but we talk about it, that, he's matured and he's finding ways to harness and direct that energy towards being more productive on the ice as well as more productive teammate. So,
yeah, for
really,
sure.
Really looking forward to this season. And after sitting down with him yesterday, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, I really got a good feeling about that addition to the team and his excitement. To come here and play and produce.
the one thing, as we knew before we kind of got to know him a little bit, is that his compete level, I know we've said it 100 times, I'll say it again, it's through the roof, and you need that.
No doubt.
And he just brings a passion. You can see it, an emotion that maybe, we've been missing a little bit here. And he's just going to have a big impact here. And you could feel it already. It's got to say he's kind of chomping to get going. You got a little bit of time here, but it's going to be exciting.
Yep, I agree. And, if there's no sense in talking about it anymore, Nast,
let's get
into it. Episode 80. Here we go.
80.
Welcome back. I'm Riley Cote.
And I'm Derek Settlemyre. And this week, we are absolutely jacked to have our guest. Welcome home, brother, Mr. Tony DeAngelo. What's up, bro?
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, too. Excited to be home.
Yes, I can imagine, man. It's awesome. We were totally pumped when the moves happened and you end up signing. So happy to have you, brother. Your style of game, Flyers really need it. Really do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
I think so as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, welcome back. Appreciate you coming out.
Yep, thank you. No, it was honestly the night before, like Thursday night was a draft, right? It's usually Friday, Saturday. It was Thursday night, and Carolina told me they were like, we're making a final offer. And if you say no, we're going to trade you, but in a nice way. Like we were getting along real well. It wasn't like, testy negotiation or anything there. And we were just talking, and I said, hey, like, can't accept that right now. I have arbitration rights. Like, we could wait this out or we could see what happened. And then my agent started texting because we had permission to speak to other teams. I had to make sure I put that out there before.
Right.
Before I have to go back and get in trouble here. But we had permission, so the Flyers were the first one I want to call. You look around the team, and actually the fit was right too. Right. It wasn't like you weren't looking for a fit, but fit was right. And as soon as they were in, I kind of wasn't really looking too far elsewhere. The other teams were in, and we were talking, but it was kind of just like, hey, if we can do Philly, we do it. And then nothing happened Thursday night, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to stay. And then Friday morning, I was driving down the shore, and my phone starts. People knew before me. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but then I'm getting all like these little question marks and eyes, like from all my friends and stuff here, and it was done. So it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Man, we were definitely excited about that. It's you play in the league. Last couple of years here have been tough, and the identity's been lost a little bit. Last year, tons of injuries really, really cost the guys. We've talked about that a lot. But bringing a guy in with your compete level is huge for this team right now. And, adding you in and then Torch coming in. Who I've worked with Torch a lot with USA Hockey, and he's a fiery guy. You're a fiery guy. We talked about this leading up before you even signed here. Like, it'd be great to get you because – not that there aren't guys on the team that care. Everyone cares, but, like, your game is, like, suited for here. Yeah. I mean, I believe.
No, I think, like, last year we played the Flyers one time. They're missing all four centers. So,
yeah, right.
You can't just write us off.
Right.
You miss all four centers, you ain't beating anybody in this league. I don't care
That's
who
the truth.
you're calling
100%.
out. Couturier, Hayes out.
Yep.
Kind of a, you put it Jordan Stalls and Aho against, now you go down the lineup, right? You have to move guys up. So injuries played a big role. So I think you want to be healthy to start. You get Coots back and Hazy back fully healthy and get Joel back pretty quick. But identity-wise, I think that everybody cares differently. Guys care, but they show it differently. I shouldn't say care differently. They show it a little bit differently. I think that the fans will appreciate the way I show it. I think it's more of a Philly style. That's where I'm from.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So
exactly.
Back
it's
home.
Just, and having Torts and bringing that kind of fire in might get some more out of certain guys as well.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be it's a new year, right? We're not going to – everyone wants to talk about the last couple of years, but for me and what I've heard from the organization and talking to everybody, we're ready to go for September, and we're going to play it from there.
That's right.
100%. And not to mention your offensive production, right? I mean, the back end could have used that the last couple of years. Again, not talking about the past, but your compete, the offensive production, complement to, I mean, whoever you end up playing with, I'm not going to start making assumptions, but nonetheless, it's certainly going to help the boys play away from the net and hopefully in the offensive zone.
No, that's my main thing. I mean, on top of all the compete and all that other stuff I want to bring to the team, the main thing is I got to get the puck in the forwards' hands.
Right.
You don't want to be rimming it all over the place and chipping it out where they got to get it. These guys want the puck, so my job is I'm getting paid to give them the puck. It's not for me to carry it up all the time myself. I mean, if I do that, it's good. It's great. Guys do it, but the more I can get the puck in our forwards' hands and they go, it's less defending too.
Exactly.
100%, right? Less stress on you.
Defending or whatever. I say, well, I defend when I get the puck. I'm out of the zone. Let's go.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right,
yeah.
No
That's the
defending.
truth, right?
Exactly.
And when you're not, you just compete hard, and everybody can defend. So that'll be what I try to bring most.
Yeah, and you're coming off a positive year in Carolina, right? Solid point production. I think you had 10 goals, right? It was maybe the most you've had in the NHL.
Last 20 games I didn't score. I've been thinking about it still.
Yeah.
20 games. No, we had a good team, and we played kind of the style that the whole league's going to in a sense. Like you play every team. There's different, as you know, like there's different like little tweaks teams do. Maybe a little forecheck. Some teams sit back a little more into the zone, but everybody's playing that fast style now.
Sure.
And I think that Carolina is like here with it already when other teams are starting to catch up to it. That's the way they played since Brendan Moore took over.
Right.
And now it's 4 years in, and a lot of guys have been there. So playing a fast style, that's the way the game's going. You got to play fast.
Yeah.
Look at Colorado and Tampa, that series.
No kidding. No
Back.
kidding.
Both good defending teams, too, and still creating 20, 30 grade A chances a piece a game in the Stanley Cup. So it's that's just the way the game's going. You got to play with speed, and you got to have the puck.
Yeah, no doubt. How was Brendy to play for? It must have been awesome.
He's the best. I feel like, the main reason for wanting to stay in Carolina for any player, I probably can speak for all players, is him. He's you just know what you're getting. Like, you come into the rink, and it's not like obviously we had 54 wins or whatever it was, too, so it makes it a little easier.
Yeah,
you're not
true.
coming in with 35 wins and fighting for a spot. Maybe be a little more pissy than, you'd be getting at that point. But he's a great motivator. He comes in 82 nights a year and gives you something that'll fire you up. Sometimes you're sitting in a game, you're like, you're in Arizona. We were playing in Arizona. There was like 800 people there this year at one point. And he still give you like, we had been struggling a little bit. We went to Colorado, got beat up by the Avalanche, and then coming down to Arizona, he had you like fired up as if this was like a must-win game.
Yeah.
And he gives you what he wants, and that's it. That's what you do. There's no like ends if or buts about it. But he's not going to scream at you and yell at you or whatever. You might start losing ice time if you're not playing that way. But our guys, everybody knew what way we were playing. That's just the way we played. There was no like, nobody even needed talks. It wasn't like there was a guy or two that weren't buying in, or everyone did it. Maybe not everybody loved their ice time and stuff all the time.
Sure.
That is what it is with the team. But
Yeah.
he just he's got it down, and he's an unreal guy. Like off the ice too, he's quiet, does his own thing and stuff. But the guy lift us in the gym and stuff.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? A Greek god,
great,
my God.
Great coach, and not like anybody I talk to around the league. Obviously, I would always recommend, if you had a chance to play for him, you're not coming to Philly. I'm recruiting to Philly.
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
but,
right.
You weren't good. If this wasn't one of the teams in on you, if you have a chance to play for him, it's something you should do as a player.
He's a good man. He was my first year here. He was here, and he was my favorite guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was just such a good dude, and he liked sports. And I remember him and I went to Georgetown Villanova game because AI was playing for Georgetown.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy's supposed to be good. Let's go. And I'm like, hell yeah! I played basketball in college, and so I love basketball. But he was just a great guy. And I remember the first game we had in the morning for the morning skate. He comes walking downstairs, and he is just drenched. He worked, a full workout lift, and then he'd go up and ride the bike after practice, and then come give you 120% for the games. Yeah. But just a great human, I think. And I figured you'd like him. We were, I know some of your family, they come into the shop and stuff, and I was telling them, I think he's really going to like Roddy because he's just a good man. So
yeah, when I was going to figure out where I was going to sign last summer, he had called me, and we talked because I was going to terminate my deal in New York. I didn't really care about the buyout money. I kind of wanted to be made whole in a sense. Like
Right.
You don't want to just throw away all the money you're going to make.
Sure.
But I didn't care about the money. I said, I want to get back and play. So I told him, I said, I'll terminate my deal. And I wound up speaking, so he said, all right, you can speak with teams and stuff. And I spoke with Rod during last season, the season I didn't play. And, they had Hamilton and stuff at the time, so it wasn't like a pressing need for him, but it would have been a good fit. And we talked, and then obviously didn't work out. And then I talked to him again. He called me. I was driving to my buddy's house, and I won't forget, he called me 30 seconds, literally, maybe 40. And I was sold on playing for him. That's all it was. He called me, did all the talking. I said, hello, and he went, boom, 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 boom. This is why I want you. This is where you're going to fit this how it is. And I called my agent. I said, hey, I know we got to keep hearing what else is out there, but Carolina's kind of the spot, as in last summer. So he was just a good guy, like you said.
I love the guy.
I don't know him, but I've heard nothing but great things about the guy.
He's a hockey guy.
I got a question for you about North Carolina. I'm from there. So how was the pace of living down there? A little slower, but did you enjoy your time?
I lived in a busy apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
We had 8 or 9 guys in the team there.
Oh, that
and then
helps.
a couple guys across the street. So it was actually kind of not laid back at all. It was packed in there. That's where everything went down. It was like North Hills part of
Raleigh,
so it was jammed
to
there.
stay. Yeah,
you stay at the Renaissance across the way. That's
Yep.
where everything's at. So even from the outside, maybe the guys that were married with kids that were living in houses and developments might be a little slower, but for us, it was like living in a little city there. It was packed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which was nice.
Cool.
I like it almost better like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and now we're talking about coaches, and you're talking about the communication that Brendan Moore had with you. I'd read somewhere when you were with the Rangers, maybe early part there, David Quinn being a good communicator, or opening up the communication lines maybe early. In that.
me and him didn't always see eye to eye. Like when I was there in New York, I liked him. I liked him as a guy. He wasn't a bad guy. Like we were talking about anything but hockey. So he was great. Sometimes when we got into the hockey thing, we didn't totally agree, and personalities kind of didn't totally match either in a sense. But it got better as time went on there. But come from college, I feel like they're always decent communicators because they're developers.
Sure.
You know, you're developing in college, and we had a young team there, so he was pretty good in the sense that he was able to, but he was also trying to get the full control of the veteran guys too. So it's a tough job.
It's tough,
for them.
right? Yeah.
They're coming into kind of a rebuilding team, but it also has some real good veterans.
Yeah.
You have Panarin, you have Zibanejad, you have some guys that are looking like they want to win, right?
Yep.
Young guys hop into the league and they're like, I'm in the league. Like, they just want their time, and then as they want to win too, but they're happy to be there, right? And we had a lot of guys like that, rookies and first overall picks, second overall picks. So it was kind of a tough spot for them. And, you look at Gallant comes in now, and even more of a veteran team, they go to the conference finals. Yeah. That makes him look bad, but I wouldn't really say that. I think if he had the team again this year, Gallant obviously made some nice adjustments, but they made some good moves in the summer too to build a team. So I don't know. It's hard to. I wouldn't put what happened in New York all on him, like with the record wise. So it's a team we had.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and then now playing for Torts, right? I mean, he's got this reputation, of being obviously hard and dramatic and stuff. We've talked to a few guys that have played for him, and it sounds like he's evolved as a human, as we all do, right? Yeah. And maybe a little softer Torts. I don't want to say that in the context of like Flyer fans going nuts. So like, he's soft now, but you know what you're going to get with Torts, right? Are you looking forward to playing for him?
I talked to a lot of guys around the league even before I wind up getting traded and signing here, because it's something you got to think about, right? When you get from, I was in a great fit, guy I loved, and anybody that I talked to said you're gonna be a perfect fit with Torts.
Yeah.
He said you guys have similar personalities, and maybe one or two times that might cause a little whatever,
right?
You want to call it, but they said you guys are perfect for each other, and I trust these people that I was speaking with, players, and then people that know him.
Yep.
And then I talked to him, and I could just tell the passion he's got right away when you're on the phone with him. That's what I like. I have a passion for the game, and I want to win. And sometimes, like guys like me and him and other players across the league and people, you could see it more. But everybody wants to win. So to me, like if a coach comes up to you and screams at you, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to get screamed at? Do I want someone mother after me down my head? Not really. I don't think any grown man really wants that. Fun. But we're all trying to do the same thing. We're trying to win. So for me, it's part. You're passionate and emotional. It happens sometimes. Even teammates, holding each other accountable. That kind of stuff happens. Right. So for me, I love the passion. I'm ready for it.
For sure. Yeah. He's an emotional guy. You're an emotional guy. And that's really, you said, like the name of the game, right? I mean, it does trickle over to other guys, right?
I think it translates.
Sleeping. Yeah.
You look at every team he's had, and you look at the Columbus team, sure, you had Werenski and Jonesy on the point, which makes any defense pretty good there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the forward groups he had there over the years weren't overly, you wouldn't be like, oh, they're Colorado or Toronto,
right?
And they were always good teams, and they still found ways to score and everything.
They were hard to play against.
Yeah, they're hard to play. You always going to, they weren't the toughest teams in the league in Columbus. They weren't building real heavyweight teams, but you go into Columbus, it's a tough game. Yeah. They're on the forecheck, they're on you hard. It's tough to get pucks through, and in the ozone trying to get the net, and they're boxing you out. Like that's what we need. So I think it's gonna go over well.
I feel like we didn't win there for a long time.
Columbus,
like in Columbus,
Right.
Like I mean, it were just. I don't remember what the exact baller. You should know the stats, but we didn't win there forever. Like it was just like years that we didn't win. But it was a tough place to play, like you said.
Well, it should be like that here too. And I feel like from a player's perspective, and obviously I'm a diehard Flyers fan my whole life, so maybe I'm a little more, like in tune with it. But going into Philly and playing the Flyers is always supposed to be a tough thing.
Yes.
Right.
Whether they were the A seed, the first seed, the 15th seed, it doesn't really matter. What,
right.
What it was like. It was always crowded. It was the fans were into it. And it was you're playing the Flyers. Like it was a tough game.
It's a dogfight.
You know better.
Yeah.
You know better anyways. You're coming into Philly to play the Flyers. It could be who knows what's going to happen depending on how the game goes. Right. And I think that's what you kind of want. I think that's what he stands for too. Like you're coming into. It doesn't mean we're going to be having line brawls or anything like that. Just you're coming in to play the Flyers in a tough game.
Yeah, right.
Well, Delorier hitting the big back if he ends up, and
that's just needs to be a tough place to play. I think
he
kind of exemplifies that. You're playing a Tortorella team. It's tough game tonight.
Yes.
The way it goes.
100%.
Exactly.
Do you think his style of coaching, his system philosophy is in line with the way you see the game, play the game?
Yeah, I mean, to me, defending is like when I first came into the league, I'd probably say no, because I wanted to get it and go and play offense and trying to make my own name in the league and be an offensive defenseman. But now, like you watch how you win games, and you play on different teams. And I was in New York. We started to get better at the end, and I go to a real top end team in Carolina that we won games in a different way. But if you have to defend, you know, in Carolina, like you call us a high flying team, and we let up the least amount of goals in the league. Like our goalie's won the what is it that? Bill Jennings is what? Like the goalie tandem, whatever it was. So like you defend if you defend in a proper way, and then when you have the puck, you go with it.
Right.
Like you know, you can't just be dumb and chase the whole game. You got to make plays. Like you have to score
For sure.
So I feel like if you take care of the D zone, and like any Tortorella team has, and I feel like everyone's going to be bought in. You have to buy in. I think everybody like talking to guys, everyone's ready to go. Like they want to turn this page around, and you buy in on the defensive side, and whatever the coach wants to decide. Once you get in the ozone, you got to make plays, and I feel like we're going to have that ability to do so. And when you make plays and defend well, usually come out on the right side of things. You get good goaltending and stuff. So 5 years ago, I would tell you I want to play for the most offensive coach in the league. Let's just go. But now, I want to win, and I think that's the way to do it. So Florida last year was crazy the way they played. I mean, it's tough to stop. Right. And they had the guys to do it. Not every team could do it, right? Yeah. I don't think you can go in and coach that way in a bigger, slower team. Like look at Calgary. Calgary did it a different way with Sutter. Yeah. And they scored a ton, and you would kind of say Sutter and Torts have a similar reputation across
old school
the league.
and right. Yeah.
Look at Calgary. They defend it well. They scored a ton of goals.
Yeah.
You know, your scorers are going to score if you're in the. If you have the puck more, you're going to get it. If you're defending well and you're out, let's go, and then the goals they'll follow.
That's it, right? It's like the mentality. If you think of defending well, right? It's the old school way is like having big 6'7" defensemen that are they're holding that front, right? Yeah. But like if you can spend 5 seconds in your zone and move the puck up and play in the offensive zone, obviously that's better than spending 25, 30 seconds in your zone. But even if you're in a good position, right? You're just exhausting your players and you're not generating offense. Obviously.
I mean, we played in Carolina. It was man to man, which is tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
Man to man. It's good when you get used to it because now you're just. If you're my guy, I'm on you the whole time, never leaving you.
You never have to leave.
But it could also cause total chaos, too. 30 seconds.
You're at the point, right?
Now I'm at the point blocking a one-timer or whatever. When the forward at the front of the net rarely happened because we defended so well. But I don't anticipate that being our style here. But
no.
I like the swarming style, too. Where get a guy in their backhand. Now, boom, we're swarming this guy before he can make a play rather than giving guys time and space. So I feel like that's the way it's going to be, and we're going to be hard. You got to be hard and a little nasty and physical. So I'm hoping all that. I'm real optimistic. I think that all that's going to come through in camp because there's a lot of good players here.
Sure.
Yeah. I look at the roster and the Provorov and Sanheim and Ristolainen and hopefully Ellis is going to be healthy. You get Ellis back, and we have some young guys. Yorkie and there's other guys that I've seen. I don't know all too well as it goes down to the minors there, but in the front we have good players. So, 2 years ago the Flyers were one game away from the conference final. Yep. And there's not that many different faces. Actually, there might be some better faces in a sense. So I'm pretty confident on what we could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that definitely your signing definitely bumps this defense up. I'm guessing he plays with Provy. Who knows? But I think
you're playing GM.
I'm playing GM. I'm armchair GM.
Right.
But I mean, it would be a pretty good fit. I mean, who knows? You could play with Sandy. Who knows? But I think the D right now, and especially if we could get Ellis back.
Oh, that would be massive.
That would be huge. Just question marks all around him right now, but if you get him back, it's a plus.
Yep.
With adding you, obviously, is huge, and we talked about this last week. Definitely an upgrade on the D, obviously.
No doubt.
And that's huge. That's a big part of it.
It's a huge part of it.
Not spending time in our end.
Yeah, just moving the puck up.
Moving that puck. And Provy's a really good D-man, and Sandy, too. Like you said, Ristolainen. And Bronner, I think, is a big guy to bring back. He's,
you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting with him.
Bronner's as solid as he gets. Yeah. Anywhere he goes, he's solid. He can play anywhere you need him to play. And kills penalties real good. He was, honestly, earlier the year last year, obviously gets traded to New York. He plays a different role with them. But he was great. He was really good playing with Provy and stuff. So it's another real good signing. I mean, he obviously doesn't seem like a signing because he was just here.
I know, right?
He had a draft pick for him. You weren't going to go to playoffs, and he comes right back and signs again. So he's a good guy, too.
Yeah, good dude. Really good dude. He's a real dry guy, real quiet, and he just chirps. He's something on the side of his mouth. You just start dying laughing. Like, where'd you come from? Even though you're in here. But, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, no doubt. And you're still considered a young guy. You're 26 years old, right? And you've played 6 years pro now, maybe 7. Obviously, evolving as a player, as a person. Like, what are things you're working on in the off season? Because when you're a younger guy, you're going into the off season you're trying to stick to the team. You know what I mean? You're trying to make the team. Now you're established. Obviously, a big contract back in Philly. Like, what was your aim this summer?
My first 2 years in the league was like. That's why you got to give guys time. Like we have some guys, Frosty, Tippett, like they get some time. People were like I think people get on them a little too quick here. These guys are young guys still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former first-round picks, high-level skill and stuff. My first year was in Arizona for 39 games, New York for 32. I got hurt at the end of the year in New York, and you could have. There were some question marks there. Is he going to be sent down to the minors again in the third year? Is they going to trade him? Whatever. Then I came back for my third year. I played 60 games, played pretty well, and now the last 2 years have been. I obviously missed one in between there, but real good. So it takes time, and now I'm kind of know where I'm at, established in the league. I know what kind of player I am. So it's just keeping the strength up, doing a little bit different training. Trying to mix it up in summers here to see what really works. But I'm training now at Voorhees with the Flyers guys, so I'm on their programs here and working, and we have the ice 5 days a week, which is unreal as well. So, but my game kind of, I just work on all skills throughout the summer. It's tough to say, I'm going to work on defense in the summer. Who the hell am I going to go?
One-on-one.
Force a guy to go out and start cross-checking.
I didn't want to say anything, but we are on a men's league team. If you want to come join.
So that part's tough, to work on defense in the summer.
Sure.
You're going to work on sticks and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to call forwards out like buddies of mine and guys and say, hey, let's go one-on-one so I can just pound you in the corner.
Broads.
Try to pin you. And,
Get Broads over. Run Broads a couple times.
Right now, just working on all the skills, trying to keep, putting new things in on my blue line work and for the power play and stuff, being a little more deceptive in shots and one-timers. So, and then when the season starts, looking forward to working with another set of coaches and stuff to really fine-tune all that defense stuff, stick positioning if they have anything from watching me in clips or whatever. So I'm big on that. I feel like that's something that I want to be known as being really good at on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Which right now, thought I had a real good year defensively last year, and my head coach agreed, which I liked. I might start holding that clip on my phone and playing it. But they say I'm no good defensively. But reputation-wise, people tend to say, that's my downfall. So I want to turn that where everybody says it's a good thing too, because the offense is going to be the same. So I take that personal when people say that my defense needs work. Because sure, I'm always going to keep working on all of it, but
of course,
I want to be known as a good defender.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome.
And then on the other side of it, so you're talking about the physical body, the physical skill. You're known as an emotional guy in the past. I think most people are aware of some of the controversies and stuff like that. As an emotional guy, anything you're working on to maybe channel the energy, the emotion into more productivity? Yeah,
for sure. Off the ice, you're never gonna have an issue. There's just as calm as it gets off the ice. I can sit here all day. This is my personality, and I'm off. I clown around in the locker room and all that kind of shit. But stuff that's happened off the ice, I took responsibility for it. I've learned from it. And I think that there's some stuff that I didn't agree with that happened, but at the same time, I know I wasn't totally innocent in everything that happened too. So I take my part in it, and then last year I thought I really matured in a sense. I'm still emotional. I'm still emotional when the game's going on. You see them playoff games there where probably got the camera on me, mother effing all over the place, or slamming a stick here and there. That's never leaving.
No,
I can't.
I hope it never does.
I'm never going to sit there and tell a GM, and I am honest with anybody I talk to. It's not leaving. You might have to yell at me one time because I smashed my stick over the post or whatever, or wanted to give a guy a shot. That's just who I am, and it comes out when I play. But I thought I matured a lot. I'm 26. I'm going to be 27 when the season starts. I feel like at some point you got to, you can't even just talk about it. You got to show it. And I thought last year I did a real good job of that. Still some times where I got to keep holding the line, and I thought I did a good job. It was close to that. But I did a good job, and I plan on continuing to keep maturing as the years go on.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome answer. And we talked about it. Obviously, this past year you mentioned it. We talked about it before you got here today, and we said the same thing. It's showing in your play, right? Because it's easy to cross the line and freak out and panic when things aren't going well, right? We're all guilty of it.
For sure.
But I think the guys are able to harness the energy and refocus it. Yeah. Scoring a goal, making a play, whatever that lands up being in the hockey game.
One thing I've always felt like I've done, and my coaches may disagree, but I've always felt like even when I am getting going and snap, my play doesn't change.
Right.
My attitude may change. I may be yelling at guys on the other team or wanting to give a guy a cross check or something, but my play actually when I have the puck or whatever, or defender, doesn't change. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to kill a guy or throw an elbow at somebody. I've never really done that. I've never been suspended for any hits or dirty plays like that. So sometimes I start going a little bit here I go. But I think my play kind of stays on par. It doesn't go off the rails. And I think that's the most important thing. If you're getting close to that line, so be it. As long as it's in the right thing, but don't let the play go on the line too, where you're about to do some crazy shit.
Yeah, right.
It's got to be in between.
The one thing we've talked about is your compete level, and dude, don't ever get rid. I know you won't. It's not in your DNA. It's what we need.
100%.
It's what we need. The game needs it.
Yeah.
I mean, no one. You have to have passion. You have to have emotion.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's so important.
That's the game.
And if you do take, like, guys, Riles, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you either. But, there's time where you're going to get pissed off. You might do something dumb on the ice. Well, kill it off, boys, because, you got to make a stance here and there sometimes. But it's just, you're a perfect fit here, I think, man. And it's what we need this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
Game. And, I mean, not only that, I mean, your skill level, everything you do, but just that fuck you attitude. Yeah. You're coming in here to Philly.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's going to be a hard game like you talked about earlier. So I'm excited as hell for it.
No doubt.
Yeah, same here. I think that's what we need. Like we were talking about before, we need Flyers' identity back.
Yep.
And I think that even the current players know that. And once they get healthy and stuff and everybody's in there, you need it. It's tough when you have young guys coming in, they're just coming out of college or whatever, trying to get games. They're not thinking in their head, hey, this is the Flyers. That's how they're trying to. They're just getting there. They want to prove that they belong in the league, right? So you can't blame them. But as the guys that are older and that have been around the league and stuff now that are here, and the guys that have been Flyers, we gotta get an identity back and show it right from even our own camp.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I could bring that, and I think I'll do a good job at it.
Yeah, I think so too. And you grew up a lifelong Flyers fan. Who was your guy growing up?
Believe it or not, I was actually on the other podcast yesterday, and they said, who did you like as a player? Hunter Brody. You guys know Hunter Brody?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I said, Chris Pronger. I said, we don't play anything alike. Like, we're totally different. I said, but I love Pronger. But my favorite player of them all, I was a big JR fan for a while. I was always a Flyer. Like, my buddies, we go to, I remember we would be at practice, and everybody's favorite player to wear a number, like Crosby. We got guys from Jersey wearing Crosby, and we got guys from here wearing, Bergeron or whatever it is. I was only Flyers.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit about any of the other teams. That's my Flyers. Whoever's we got. But Peter Forsberg and Mike Richards.
Oh, yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mike Richards, I loved I loved the way he played.
Sure.
That was a Flyer, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
And he fought, and he hit, and he was nasty, and he was great. Great with the puck. He scored. He killed penalties. He played on the power play.
Yep.
I loved him.
Yep.
I loved Mike Richards. But Forsberg's game, I loved. I mean, and he was a little nasty too. Like he would throw out reverse check.
Yeah,
the reverse check. We talked about that.
He wasn't going to fight or anything, which I didn't care about. But he played hard. Like he played like
he did.
Way. Got big defenseman coming to hit him. He put his shoulder right in their jaw. When they're thinking they're going to throw the hit, and then they get hit. And him and Gagne together.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved them two guys. But
what amazing vision he had.
He was great. I mean, when he came that one year, I don't know how many goals Gagne scored. He had to score high 30s or 40s.
Oh yeah, he definitely was.
But no, those two guys I loved them two guys. Like Richards he was great.
Yeah,
I loved him. So that was kind of and then when they went to the Cup, I was like 14 or 15. So that was kind of like
2010.
my wheelhouse of watching.
That was in that playoff round against Montreal. The shift.
The shift.
Yeah,
my
favorite goal ever.
I log on YouTube sometimes, and I don't even know why it comes up. I feel like my phone or computer listens to me.
Oh, it definitely does.
I'm not like typing in the shift, and it'll come up like videos you might like, and it's like the shift, Mike Richards.
Yep.
I haven't looked at any of this stuff, and here's Mike, and then I watch it. And then it keeps coming up.
It's hard not
that was
to
unreal.
watch it,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Insane shit. He had the first pass they could have scored, and he comes back down and hits another guy. It was
insane.
It was
Insanity.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Richie. I obviously played with Richie. That year you're talking about was my last year, and what an epic leader and just all around guy. I mean, talk about like doing everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a grunt
That's what I think a hockey player is. He was a hockey player. Like,
he was a hockey player.
Especially Philly fans, like that's what they think a hockey player is.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
And that's what it was. So that's why I was such a big fan. Like,
in
my family, like my dad and stuff, and they grew up. My cousin, they grew up. They were watching the Bullies, Broad Street Bullies. So like their version of a hockey player was always that. Like, you had to have that. You had to have that in you if you're a hockey player. For sure. That's what they thought. And that's just the mentality of the city, and that's the mentality of like our people and our fans and stuff. So that's that was my kind of guys. I loved all of them.
Yeah. And it's funny now. Rick Bone, Richie, we call him Rick Bone. He's goalie in men's league now. Yeah. He's a fucking goalie. I'm like, Richie, what's wrong? Fuck. Winning.
What else? What else you got to do, man?
I know, right? He's won at every level, literally at every level, man. The guy's, but you're right. He is a hockey player for sure, man.
For sure.
And Chris Pronger is a great choice as well. I played with Prongs, and what a warrior and leader, and just the heart. One of the few old school guys that was still kicking around when I was still playing. But
he was good. And making outlet passes right on your tape anywhere.
Dude,
anywhere.
For a guy that wasn't really like moving around real fast, he would just hold it there and then boom, right on your tape, out you go. He was. I used to watch I watched every single game. Never missed a game. When I was young, my parents had to throw me upstairs in the bedroom because I'd be yelling at the TV. They weren't winning.
The passion.
That's where the passion comes from, right?
Exactly. I was screaming at the TV like if they're losing 2-1 in Calgary or something. Wednesday night, I got to school the next day. My parents are sending me upstairs. I go upstairs, turn the TV on. My dad's. I hear his feet. I turn it off, act like I'm sleeping. And Yeah, it was just
That's
my
cool.
whole life. It was always Flyers. Go to school every day, had Flyers T-shirt, Flyers hat, whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was my to wind up playing here now. It's just like
Oh my god.
dream come true, kind of. And 2 years ago, people have been messaging me. I had to tell you guys this. I was playing at the Rangers, so the Flyers became my rival, and they weren't picking me up. They never traded for me. And I was like, fuck them.
Yeah.
And just doing this little stupid questionnaire like on Instagram, and they were like, "Who's your least favorite team in the NHL?" It's Philadelphia, right? On purpose, just to,
Right.
stir it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I sign here, people think it's serious. Meanwhile, I always love the Flyers, and they think it's serious. Like, he hates the team. They're messaging me and tagging me in comments.
Of course
It's funny.
they are.
But it was always number one. And I was in Sanheim's draft. So Sanheim went 17. I went 19.
Right.
I was pissed, because I wanted to
'Cause
go
you
to the Flyers. I wanted
yeah.
to go in 2 picks later, but. No, it's worked out really cool. 7 years later, we're I
Here
wanted
we
to
are.
be. Yeah,
You got a lot of career left too, so it's hopefully you're here more than
I'm
2
hoping
years.
a lot more than 2.
Me too. That's for sure.
Yeah. You planning on checking for charity this year?
I think I'm going to put a team in. I just
Yeah?
decided today I'm late. I don't have jerseys made. I don't have anything done. I kind of was being lazy, but last year it got a little slowed down a little bit. We didn't have the right amount of teams, but this year I think we got 5 real good teams.
Oh, cool.
So once I heard about that, I was like, all right, then I'm going to play.
There you go.
So now I'm recruiting. I'm already.
Well, I hate to
need
tell you, but I'm
ex-co
already
manager?
on a team. I know what you were thinking, Tony. But,
You came in recruiting
I'm
us.
playing in the 50 and over league the division.
Your old
What team are you
balls,
guys?
Brew. Bauer Brew.
Bauer Brew. 'Cause
yeah.
the guys, so Mitch from Voorhees, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
know Mitch.
Yeah, I know Mitch.
They do my jersey. I always coach with he coach selects and stuff in the summer. I do some of their kids' teams, so
Yeah.
they do my jerseys. Prime Hockey now, actually.
Okay.
Prime or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So they sponsor me, but they got. I tried to get Danny B on my team the last couple of years. He said, "No, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the young guys." I said, "I'm telling you, you can keep up with us. I'll put if you want to play, I'll
Yeah.
get 10 forwards even if you want to if you want a little breather." But I tried to get him, but he's in that league, isn't he? Is
Yeah,
in
he
the-
Yeah, he played in the same
40
division we did
Yeah,
last
he
year.
We played with the Philadelphia Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll meet
Last
a
year,
lot of
because
those
Colby
guys.
was on a team. Colby
Yeah,
Yeah, he was on our
Colby,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching that. I was sitting upstairs watching.
Oh, really?
I was
Oh,
ready to
sorry.
play.
You
was
definitely
pretty
don't want me on your team if you saw me play.
It was pretty ugly.
Hey, well, we didn't win a game. I don't think we won a game.
How's the team this year? Any good?
That fit. We're trying to decide if we can get a team in. Last minute, we were going to play with the Warriors, but it looks like they have so many. They have 4 lines. and
Yeah,
we're
it's
like,
too much.
It's just
Yeah,
too much.
yeah. I'm
Maybe
not
not for
gonna
me.
sit and be a fourth line guy and checking for charity. I'm
Yeah,
way
so
past
you're looking
that.
for the first line now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
First
man.
line minutes. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but it's fun to go. It's,
Yeah, man,
It's
it's a-
amazing.
it's a
that place
great
gets
tournament.
packed too.
It's a
and-
good tournament. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you go out we go out in the city after usually on the Friday night, and some guys go to the shore Saturday, whatever. Guys
Yeah.
do different things. Some guys go, all the way, and then we go to the Morgan's Pier every time, just about.
Oh,
And then you got every team there. Like, it's pretty cool. You're seeing guys you haven't seen and guys
Yeah.
you play with and stuff from the A division, B division. Like, I think it's a good time. So I'm
It
hoping
is.
I could piece together. Usually I'm recruiting, and everybody gets mad at me at the tournament because I'm bringing in guys from all over. But I got guys from Toronto flying in. I'm gonna win. I said, well, we're going to win this tournament.
Yeah, of
course.
So, but this year I'm just going to keep it local. It's too late to get guys to
Yeah.
try to commit. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hopefully we'll see you around there.
Yeah. I'll have
Yeah.
to check out one of the games. You guys put the team together.
Yeah.
Brew.
well,
I don't know if you want to watch
See
that.
now,
Tony.
see, dangling. You
Unless you
gotta,
want to take a nap, get you ready to have a little nap.
yeah, right, get your pillow,
Get your pillow.
little rest.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know
So-
if we're gonna get our team in or not. But
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
I am
see.
on that other team, but I'd rather play in.
Yeah,
like
I'm
we did last year.
I'm definitely not gonna be on a fourth line.
No.
no.
Anyway,
Away from the rink, what are you into? What kind of hobbies you into?
Honestly, I like golf, but I suck. So it's kind of like it's really not.
Yeah, you don't suck as bad as me. I can do that.
It's like I want to play it, and I go buy a new club. I just got the new driver. I got that new stealth driver, and like, what am I going to do with it? My driver's actually not that bad, believe it or not. So that's why I'll buy a driver.
Yeah.
Because I could drive. Once I get on the fairway, I suck. But these guys, I was talking to some of the young guys today I skated with, and I was like, what have you guys been doing? Like after hanging out, because they're not from here.
right?
Like, they're just living in the apartments or whatever. And they're like, oh, we play golf every day. I'm like, I can never play golf every day.
No.
I get mad. I'm like a whole 7-8. I'm either pissed and don't want to play anymore. Like, I'll keep playing, but I'm like pissed and my day's done, or I'm kind of like, all right, let's just if I hit a good shot, I'll finish the hole. If I don't, I'm bullshitting in the cart. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
that sounds exactly
Yeah.
like my
That's
style.
the
Like
way I
9
play.
holes
So I couldn't do it
max.
every day. Like,
We-
maybe twice a week, once a week, whatever. If I played every day, maybe I'd get better. But I don't have the passion for it as much. I like just hanging out with the guys.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
this
you
weather
both.
right now. I
too hot.
played 9
Way
holes
too
yesterday
hot.
with my old man, and it's awful.
You got to play at like 7:38 if you're
You
gonna
do,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Even then, it's
exactly.
Even
hot.
then, it's humid. Yeah.
In the
yeah,
morning,
yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
You're also growing up here. You're all Philly, right? Like
love
Phillies, Eagles.
Eagles. If I had to go in order, like obviously the Flyers number 1, but if I had to go in order after that, it's Eagles, Phillies, Sixers.
Okay.
I love the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm already trying to figure out who I'm going to text to get as close to the sideline as I can for the opening game if I'm home.
There you go.
So I'm a diehard Eagles guy.
Greg,
I think all Philly is.
Greg Delamitros, he's the head equipment guy. He's my buddy. You heard it. Tony wants sideline.
I'm going to meet him. I live right across the street right now from. Well, now I'm just giving away my address.
Yeah.
But I'll leave. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you guys
From
after.
the skate zone. From the skate zone.
In case you have a first right now that doesn't like me watching, they might
right. We don't
be tailgating out front of my house, waiting to see me in the morning.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Beautiful.
We were talking a little bit earlier about your feistiness and your chirping, which I love. I used to love when guys chirp. Man, we had some good ones, but Ben Eager being probably one of the best. I don't even know if you know Ben Eager. Yeah, he was a big man. Yeah. But you were talking earlier, and you were talking about like a guy. We were talking about Ryan Kessler, a buddy of mine, and he was always not liked by other teams. I mean, him and Marchand were going at it at the 2016 World Cup, and you were kind of telling us something about that. I thought it was pretty funny, if you don't mind.
I was doing like I was telling you guys, we were sitting, guys coming in the blue line, we're lining up. The puck's not even dropped yet, and I'm just yapping at him. The left-handed defenseman, may have been a power play. I don't even know who it was. It could have been. The more I think back, I feel like it was Tyson Barrie in a sense. And I can't say it was him though, so I don't want to put it all like it was him.
Right.
But that's that's the first thing that comes to mind because I would chirp him when he and he turns and goes. Actually, it wasn't him. He's on Edmonton this year. I didn't play him. He goes, "Nobody likes you, Tony." And he just said it in the most calm way, whoever the guy was. And then Slavo's sitting right next to me, and he's quiet as it gets. Like, nobody more quiet than Slavo. Doesn't say a word on the bench. He's like, I like him. And but the guy that was chirping me, like, wasn't like, it wasn't like giving it to me or anything.
Right.
He's like, dude, none of your teammates like you. Like, no one likes you. And they say it all the time. I don't know why that's a chirp. It's the dumbest one ever.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. Like, if you're going to do a chirp, like, make it a good one.
Yeah,
right.
Fire away. I don't care. You can go low blow for all I care.
Right.
Fire away, but don't give me that one. That one sucks.
Well, that's what we were talking about with Kessler. Like Marchand said to him, your teammates, so your own team doesn't even like you. He goes, I've never heard that one before, but
that's the one.
That's hilarious.
The guys do it all the time because this is my fourth team. So then the suitcase one. See, those don't do much for me. I like real good ones. Like even when guys in the other team make a good one, obviously I'm not going to act like I thought it was funny, but I'll come back to the bench and tell somebody.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. You know it's good when you get
I got to get it back.
Yeah.
I said, that was nice.
I
was sure when Raquel Gudis this year, bench to bench, and we really, honestly, it just turned into like an FU match. There was, for no reason, like, there was no nice chirps. It was just like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And on both sides. Next shift you get out there, we're going to kill each other. And nothing wound up happening.
No.
The game was like as quiet as it gets. I was like, what is this?
Do you know him at all off the ice?
No, I heard I know him from when
my
I was in
God.
Tampa. Like, they say he's a nice guy in the world. I was rookie there. Like they
Yeah.
were on their own pages, vets
Yeah.
in camp and stuff. Everyone said hello, but you weren't like getting to know them too well. You were
Right.
down to the minors a week later. Then he got traded to the Flyers, and everyone said he's a great guy. Like,
Yeah.
Then he's trying to take your knee out on the ice. Stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, well,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, how
what
great of a
are you
guy?
doing?
No, but he is. He
No,
really.
everyone says he's
is
a good guy.
he's
Even the
an
Florida guys
amazing-
I know, they're like, he's unreal.
Yeah,
he's
he
the
is.
best guy in the world.
He's one of my favorite guys in 25 years
Yeah.
that I had. Like,
Yeah, I've heard
the
nothing but good things about
Guy's
him.
amazing human being.
On the
He's-
ice, though, I got nothing but.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
hearing
He,
you.
play, he
say
plays
about
the
him.
game hard
Yeah.
and rides that line.
He
And
does
a
ride
lot of
the
times
line.
crosses over.
Yeah,
You know,
he's looking for the kill shot.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's a
yeah.
difference between looking for a big hit and looking for the kill shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where the guy's
100%.
like this and his head's down, and then he's licking his chops. Here he comes.
Yeah.
But he hits hard too.
Oh, yeah, he
Even when he
does.
hits you with your head up, looking at him. Like,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
hard.
a solid
He's
guy.
be ready
He's a
for it. You
solid
could get
man.
ready to duck into it. He's still gonna hit you hard.
I think he had a beard when he was like 12.
Well, that's what I remember. I said that to him. Like, was it strange being junior? Playing at 12 years old and having a full beard? And he goes, I don't think I had a full beard then. You just made me think of something. You played a little bit in the minors for Hartford. Well, you played Tucson too, but Hartford and Syracuse. Those are tough spots. No. Or
Tucson
were you
surely
okay?
wasn't.
No, Tucson's good. No, I said Hartford,
Syracuse. Yeah.
You played Syracuse.
I played in Syracuse, man.
Syracuse was. I mean, we all lived down there. There was not much going on there.
Right.
It wasn't like a beat up town or anything. It wasn't bad.
Just
It was
wasn't-
just there's nothing going on. I mean, but listen, I was a young guy. I was single at the time. You had Syracuse University right there. So
Right.
That's true.
Not terrible. I mean, it's
Right.
40,000 people at that school.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's enough over there, like to have fun. And Hartford, West Hartford was actually nice.
Oh, okay.
Like nice town. Like it was like living in Cherry Hill or something.
Oh,
But then Hartford downtown in the city was no good.
right.
There's just nothing there at all. It's,
Yeah, that's
and-
what
and
that's
there
what I
were
meant. I just
not
wondered
many
if it
fans
was.
or anything. Like Syracuse is a good crowd. Like it's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
not a terrible spot. for the AHL. Obviously, you want to be in like Toronto or out west in Tucson, one of the 6 spots.
Yeah.
But Harvard would be the worst of the 3 for sure.
Okay.
So, I didn't mind Syracuse. What about you?
Yeah, I was only there for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was like dark and gloomy.
Yeah,
and like
terrible
I was
weather. I
like,
feel like all the time.
Yeah, always snowing
Yeah.
all the time. And
I just remember, Tony, like, I'm not sure who your equipment guy was. Rodney Blatchford, your equipment guy when you were there? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
He's in Vegas now. JW.
Oh, J-Dub. Oh, yeah, I know
Beauty.
J-Dub. So,
Good guy.
Rodney was there before you.
Yeah, I know Rodney,
And
yeah.
we actually saw him at the trainers meeting
Yeah, we did.
a few weeks ago. But, dude, I swear to God, I would go in there early. I'd be early. It was like a ghost. It was haunted. There's no one in the building.
Well, it's that old War Memorial. It's called.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
War Memorial.
Arena
He would always be
the
down
basement,
in the
right? Yeah,
basement.
they got,
and
like,
it's-
grinding wheels.
Upstairs, you got like the World War II things, and then
Yeah.
you go downstairs, you got a hockey game going on.
it was just like, I just remember like one of the boys would ask for something, and I'd be like, let me try to find someone.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't find anyone in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how is this place?
They made that
Who drove
downstairs
this
nice
Lambo?
too.
Did they? Yeah.
Like the
Did they?
downstairs for the players was nice. Like
Weight room and
then you had to
everything,
walk
huh?
all the way upstairs, then come to the dressing room, and then the dressing room wasn't anything special.
Right.
I actually thought the rink was pretty cool though. It was like a
Old school.
AHL style rink.
Yeah,
it was
for
old
sure.
school and
Yeah.
and that year I played, like I was telling you before, like that was the final year I feel like the AHL being kind of a little bit wild in a sense. Then it's really gone to like prospects and like full developmental now.
Yeah.
You know, some veteran guys still down there, but so we had some fun games and the fans loved it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they absolutely loved it.
And Syracuse always had tough teams.
Yeah,
that
they
I
did.
remember,
Yeah.
like back in the day, they'd always carry like 3 or 4 meat.
Well, they had a private owner too. Like even though Tampa's with them, and I'm sure other teams were with them before. I think Anaheim was with them before and stuff. Their owner was like he owned the team. It wasn't like the NHL team,
Right.
So he knew what the
cared.
fans wanted there. So it was almost like, hey, like I still own a team, even though Tampa's signing these guys at 2 ways. We still want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still want some ticket sellers.
Yeah,
here
well, that's
in the line that
exactly. He
people
knows
really
what
love.
sells, for
exactly.
sure.
I remember they had big bad John Baduke. His banner
Oh, it's still
hangs
up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's still up there.
I never heard of him.
And he was a tough guy, and every time he got on the ice, they would play this little clip from some song. It'd be like "Big Bad John," like as he got on, and he shipped
I
the
know
ice.
That was going way back.
That's way what's with Frankie Bialos.
Yeah, right.
That's
Just a little clip they would play when he's out
Yeah,
there.
it's,
The
but
other
he would
team's
go in
probably
and
like,
say,
oh god.
Big Bad John. It was just kind of funny. But Hot Rod, our buddy who's at Syracuse now, he was with with the Crunch for a long time. But I remember, sorry Rodney, if you're gonna get mad at me, but I remember one of the funniest things. This guy's so dry, he was so funny, but he got loaded and he lost his car. He couldn't remember where the boys
Lost his
all
car?
went out. Yeah, he drove to the main place they went, but no one could remember where he had parked. And he didn't have his car for like 10 days. Hey, Hot Rod. And he goes,
It's Syracuse.
he's like, fuck. He's like, nah, it's like, we don't know where my car is. I'm like, what? I'm like, how big is this Syracuse? It can't be that big. And I guess it was like 9 to 10 days. And one of the boys came and goes, Hot Rod, we found your car. I'm like, holy fuck, he must have been loaded.
Oh, yeah. How the
But,
hell
what
does
a
that
good
happen?
dude
Maybe
he
underneath
is,
just
but I had
the
to ask.
snow pile, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. That's a good point.
So
So
much
it
snow
was.
up there,
It was
man.
terrible.
It was gloomy. You're right.
It
That's
was
why
gloomy,
I kinda
man.
asked, just
Dark.
because
Yeah.
it was
It reminded me like bingo.
I had a
Just
good
like
night in
really
Hartford.
dark
Oh,
cloud
bingo.
over top of that
Bingo.
place.
Big Syracuse looks like Las Vegas compared to Bingo.
bingo. My God.
You know,
Real dark
I
cloud.
used to go every day. And then I started getting some guys coming. We were like every single day. We would drive up. It's in between Utica and Syracuse, the casino.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? I forget what it was called. Talking Stone, maybe, or something. Maybe that's in Arizona. I don't know. Whatever the casino was, we would go up there like every day. We had cars. We were getting like free turkey clubs, as you know, for playing so much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like you got to go to the cafeteria to get food, but there's not a ton to do. Like I said, so we go up there, play a few hands. I thought
Yeah.
I was friggin' Daniel Negreanu playing poker over there, trying to shove people in right away. Like the first day I get fucked, I'll shove you in.
Yeah.
And then like these people know too. I feel like they're playing together. But no, it was pretty fun.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a good time down there. You're so close with the guys.
Yeah,
it's a
for
lot of
sure.
young guys
That's
and
true.
stuff. Like everybody just hangs out. So it's like almost more fun in a sense. And then you get to the NHL, a lot of older guys married, kids.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any better than playing the NHL. But sometimes the AHL, there's some real good times you have with the young guys.
Yeah.
100%.
It's
I had
still
some
that-
of my best times.
Yeah, for sure.
It's still like you're a junior.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
like-
like that bleed over from junior.
Yeah, it's like a
big
paid
party.
junior league. When
Yeah,
when you
for
first
sure.
get there, you get like 7 21-year-olds, and then you get a couple vets that still want to be 21 and they want to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, that's
You're on the
right.
bus,
Right.
so
Right.
it's a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like some guys, like these guys, everyone who the hell wants to get to the NHL faster than each. Like we all want to get there as fast as we can, but a lot of guys, like myself included, I was pissed when I got sent down. I was like,
Oh, of course.
I
Yeah.
could have made it. I was with Tampa. They were loaded. So I had a real good idea I was getting sent down. But then when you get sent down, you kind of like, it's almost worth it. It's worth the ride. Like you go there, you do what you got to do there. You develop. Because I probably wasn't ready, even though I thought I was ready. I was just a young kid. I was first round pick. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then you learn there and you play. I want to play 140 games in the minors.
Did you play?
Yeah. And I went up with the Rangers and back down, and then you really want to get back up. But
you get that taste.
Yeah, it was worth every second. I think
sure.
it was all worth it.
Yeah. I always say, like, having coached the Flyers minor league team, the Phantoms, I feel like unless you're like a first overall, elite pick, everyone should play at least half of a season, if not a full season in the minors.
Yeah, it's trending that way now, a little more. I feel like. Yeah. But if you're a McDavid or whatever, if you could contribute right away, like in a real way, sure. If you're contributing in a half-ass way, kind of like just getting by, then you might as well take the time to develop, because there's so many good players in that league too. Exactly. Arguing with somebody today about what the second best league is, obviously NHL would be number one. I don't know if it would be the AHL or one of them.
KHL.
I don't know.
That's a good. I don't know anymore.
I don't know. Like, exactly. I don't know anymore either. I wouldn't be able to tell, but I was saying AHL just to piss them off.
Yeah, for sure. Well, certainly be younger, because I mean most guys. Yeah, it's the most older leagues over there.
Guys that are getting ready to be impact players in the NHL. Sure, there's some real good KHL guys, but usually they come over and they're pretty good. Yeah, a lot of them, but you're not signing their whole team. Yeah, half of an AHL roster could wind up playing in the NHL for sure. Usually, if you have good prospects and stuff. So it's interesting. Yeah, just younger, just earlier on in development. Yeah, they're like 19, 20. Where the KHL guys, we're signing them guys when you get them like 26, 27, 28, and they're like ready to be impact guys. Like, they're at that age.
For sure. The Flyers signed Belmar when he was 29.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, he was in the KHL?
Actually, he wasn't in the KHL. I think he was playing in the Swedish, top league there. Yeah, that was a good signing. But he, 29 years old, and he's still going, but he's in ridiculous shape. This guy's like, he could probably play like 40 easily. Yeah. Like he's got to be 36, 37.
I was going to say, he's got to be creeping on 40.
Anyway, you're right though. They come over. We had that Medvedev.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
God, what a beauty, man. Jesus, he came from the KHL. He was like, how old was he, baller? 33? He looked like he was 24.
Yeah. I remember him.
Yeah, and he just didn't get a fair shake. To me, by the guy coaching the D at that time, and like the boys loved him. Like he was so funny. He didn't speak a lot of English when he first got here, but everything he said was fucking funny. Yeah. Like everything was funny, and he learned a lot more. And I'll never forget the last game of the year we were playing, and we were in the playoffs. We had made the playoffs. We'd already clinched, which is odd in the last. I mean, I hate saying that, in the last 8 to 9 years. Realistically, but we had clinched. We were playing in Brooklyn, playing the Islanders, and we had Sam Gagner on the team. Yeah. And Medi hit him with a pass. He snapped a pass through the two guys coming at him, and Gagner picked it up. And as soon as he looks up, there's a guy coming to hit him, and he toe drags the guy. And as he toe drags the guy, of course, the bench is like, oh, and Medi comes skating by and goes, woo! Like that, and the whole bench just died laughing. But he was just a great guy. But, we spoke about Fedotov, who was supposed to come here, and that's just, I talked to Provy, that was FaceTiming with Ivan the other day, and he was like, I think he's got to serve some time over there with the
guess
whole
so,
thing,
yeah.
I heard this guy's real good, too.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him. From what I've heard, though, even the Russian guys I know, they're like, he's...
Yeah. He
25? 25 or 26, something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
He was signed as the backup, was he not?
Yeah, he came to development camp when I was still there a couple years ago, and he didn't speak
Was he good?
English. He looked good. He was big. He looked like a goalie.
They're just popping goalies all over the place out of there. It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Like his Russian goalie. You draft the Russian goalie 4 years later, he's like Shesterkin, New York. Obviously, everybody knows Vasi. But then there's another kid, Askrov or something from Nashville. Like, there's a million guys. They're all Russian.
And every year. Big bodies, too.
Yeah, they're huge. The Sorokin's on the island. He's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah, they're all Russians. I don't know what they're doing. I asked my goalie coach in Carolina, I was like, hey, what is going on over there that we're not doing here? Yeah. Like, how are they just pumping out these stud goalies all the time?
High-end
like, we're getting a ton of guys. You look at the draft, it's usually American, Canadian dominating like at least half of the first round usually. I said, every goalie, it's only, outside of like Spencer Knight, I guess, it's been high pick. It's only Russians.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
I feel like the Russians are
They're
always
doing something
ahead
right.
of the training, or
That's
yeah,
what he said. He said
I mean,
they're
they're finding
waiting.
loopholes in the.
I always kid with Proby. I'm like,
It's
are you
nuts.
lining up for your vitamins while you're home? He's
Yeah.
like, I've never done that because Zhitnik told us that. He goes,
yeah.
well, when we were 13, they lined us up and
Yeah.
give us our
Well,
vitamins.
your B12 shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's your
B12.
B12 shot with another 40
His
things.
ass and legs were like
Yeah.
this big, you know.
Oh, that
He
B12
was
shot.
this
Yeah.
tall too,
Yeah.
Zhitnik. He was
I
like,
think any Russian that plays in the league he could look like he's 21 if he's 21. He could look like he's 40. Everyone's telling him he's older. Doesn't matter. He could look like the youngest guy in the league. You'll tell him he's 30.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what they get. They laugh about it though. They never shut it down.
That's
totally.
right.
They say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Like I'm 28.
oh man.
Well, we appreciate you coming
Well,
on, man. This has been
appreciate you guys
awesome.
having me.
I know you got probably a golf course to go hit. And
Golf
9
course,
holes
throw
to
my
play.
clubs at.
Yeah, right. Oh man, we
No, I
do
was happy to
appreciate.
come on.
We appreciate you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to the season and seeing you in action.
Same here. I'm ready to go out.
Tear some shit
You
up.
know, it's only July.
I
I'm
know,
ready,
right?
looking to put the jersey on, and get
Yeah,
going.
no
Oh
doubt.
yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it, fellas.
All right, my
Thanks
man.
for coming.
Thank you.